So today on Well-Known Neighborhoods, I'm actually going to be walking through a neighborhood in Fulshire. And I thought, what better way to walk a neighborhood than with somebody who lives in the neighborhood? So today I have my friend Nate Davis. Nate? Hey, welcome to Well-Known Neighborhoods.
Thank you.
So the reason we call it Well-Known is because there was a time that Lisa and I looked and we found that our initials was the Old English word for well, which means wishing you prosperity and hope and peace. So that's why we call it that. Today we're in Cross Creek Ranch. This is your neighborhood.
This is it.
Let's take a walk. Tell me, Nate, I can talk a lot about Cross Creek. I can talk about planned neighborhood. You've got crazy amenities here. You've got, it's planned for 6,500 homes in here.
Yeah.
And you guys were actually one of the top selling neighborhoods and desirable neighborhoods in the country. Did you know that?
I knew we were up there, yeah.
2022. Yeah, you were in the top 5 neighborhoods of the year.
Yeah.
So good job.
It's a wonderful neighborhood. We're really happy here.
Tell us, what do you like about this neighborhood?
Yeah, so we moved here. We've been here about 7 to 8 years, 7.5 years now. What attracted us to this area was really the schools.
Yeah.
We're in Katy ISD. It's one of the best school systems in the country. Kids get recruited from all over to universities to go, out of state. But there's literally in a mile from here is where the high school is.
Yeah.
The junior high is like right behind us, is right beside the high school, and nestled together. Our kids walked to school. Addie rode her bike to elementary school when she was younger. So it's just having the neighborhood so close. We got grocery stores walking distance, miles. I think there's something like 400 miles of trails in this neighborhood. And what the Cross Creek Ranch, what they've tried to do, the developers, was to make this kind of a green wetland zone. And so they had this original creek that was through this area, and they kind of brought all the trees back into it, made it a more diverse area. So now you see all kinds of natural animals, hawks and eagles and alligators, all kinds of things living in the neighborhood amongst the people, and it's really kind of a cool place.
I'm going to pan around and just kind of give an idea of everything that you've got here. I mean, these are beautiful houses. I mean, you've got houses in here ranging anywhere from 400,000 all the way up to 1.5.
Yeah, I don't know the range. That's your ballpark.
Yeah. I mean, so if for somebody who's looking to find a starter home out here, I mean, if they're in that $400,000 range, they could find something.
Yeah. There's also some condos in the neighborhood that are in the front, or near more of the commercial establishments. So there are also some lower end homes and stuff that you can get into pretty easily.
The whole reason that we talk about neighborhoods is you don't buy a house, you buy a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so before you start looking at houses, you need to know the neighborhoods. And I can't think of a better one than this one. Yeah. I mean, it's a really awesome neighborhood to live in. You've been here for 6 years. Your kids have literally grown up here.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
So now, one of the other things that Nate does, Nate has several businesses. You've got something going on right now that is incredibly cool. Remodeling is just skim the surface of what he does. Tell me about your new adventure, what you've got going on with cabinets.
Yeah, so we saw an opportunity to provide a dedicated service painting, resurfacing cabinets. Mm-hmm. What we see is the trends about every 10 or 15 years. Your cabinets are either getting worn and need to be repaired, or they're going out of style because styles change. And so there's not a lot of companies that focus just on cabinet painting.
Right.
Cabinet painting is a whole different animal. It's not just, you don't want your neighborhood painter to be painting your cabinets.
Well, let me tell you something. So Nate and I work together, and so we've painted a few cabinets.
We have.
Nate, here's the thing I always hated. When we had to paint cabinets, the smell was unbelievable. Yeah. What do you do about that?
So there's some new technology out there now.
Okay.
That smelly cabinet paint is gone, at least in our business.
Wow.
So in Europe, where they're more environmentally conscious than we are here in the U.S., they've developed some really cool water-based, very durable, high solid paint.
Nice.
For cabinets. And so that's what we're using. And what's really cool about it, not only does it not smell, It goes on really thick and heavy, and it's almost like a factory finish. But it dries super fast, so we can get multiple coats on those cabinets in a matter of a couple of hours. And so, our process is to put 2 coats of primer, we're sanding between every coat, and then we're putting 2 coats of top coat. But we can do all that in a short amount of time, so we're in and out of the kitchen in just a matter of days, and you're not like losing your life for a week.
You're not talking about, now, when the old way of doing it, you're talking at least a week with just the smell.
Yeah.
And the headache, I mean, the physical headache of the smell.
Yeah.
So now, if somebody wanted to get, I'm going to leave Nate's description down in the below so that you can check that out. But the other thing I wanted to say is, you've got a really cool way for people to say, how much would it cost me to do it? If somebody right now at home wanted to calculate painting their cabinets, how do they do it?
Yeah, it comes down to number of doors and number of drawers. It's really that simple. And, it kind of depends if you're going to stain or what level of paint coverage you want to get, but that's how we do it. And so if a realtor or somebody else wants to walk into a home and say, what's it going to cost me? You just count the number of doors and count the number of drawers, and you can come up with a pretty good estimate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So that makes it pretty simple to estimate the cost. And then the other thing is, what if they're like, well, I don't know, my kitchen is kind of wonky. You've got another thing that they can do.
Yeah, so we can upgrade the doors and drawers. So we can replace those doors and drawers. We can replace countertops. We can do a lot to the kitchen without having to do a full remodel. But that is the best thing. We got a job we're starting next week. They want, they have little arch doorways.
Yeah.
The house has been 25 years old. It's out of style. They want to go with traditional shaker style cabinets. And in a matter of a week and a half, we got new doors for them, new drawers, and then we're just painting.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, here's the other cool thing for Nate and his business. You can FaceTime him. You can call him. I'll leave his number down there, and he will walk around with your kitchen virtually, or he'll come to your house.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
He's a great
virtual
guy.
appointment.
Yeah. So
thanks, Wes.
Anyway, hey, that's all we've got here. If you're looking for a neighborhood, if you're looking for a place to live, I just suggest check out Fulshear. It's wonderful. It's not as far away as a lot of people think. You've got the West Park Tollway right there. You've got I-10 nearby. I mean, it's a very wonderful neighborhood to consider.
We never really leave this bubble. I mean, we got everything we need right here.
Yeah, and good food, because Nate and I have tried out quite a few of the restaurants. So I say Cross Creek Ranch, you got to put it on the list.